some epic stuff here. We finally got this production value almost right by the end of the evening. Thank you for joining us. This is Division 3 of the BT Cup 2021. We have reached the pointiest end of all the points. This is the grand final between Merami Frog versus JonaZ. If you haven't told your friends and your family yet that we are live, Bunnytrack, let's get this stream over 100 viewers. I want to see us on the front page of Twitch. And yeah, with me I have Nin. He has escaped the women for one last time tonight. We have been streaming for about 8 hours now. And we're in for a best of 7 here, Nin. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, look, I'm absolutely honoured to be part of the stream, unmuted for the first time in what feels like probably the entire day. Thank you so much for that. And Super, it has been a long day, but it's been it's been a day of ups and downs of BT quality, let's say, and we've had a lot of variety in the matches so far, and yeah, it's great that it's balling down to this moment now, and I really do think we have two of the best competitors in this division so far.
A lot of money on the line here, and then maybe you want to go through how much money is going to be for first and second place here. I don't have the pre-calculated figures in front of me. Maybe you do.
Yeah, so it's about there's about 350 euros to play for, which is going to be split between these two players.
Big money being thrown around in Division 3. We have a question by Athram in chat asking, or saying, this is awesome. How did you manage to find 30 dudes that still play UT99? Mate, this is only Division 3. This is only 20 people. Just wait. Next week, Division 2 starts. Tuesday, Thursday. Make sure to follow these channels to stay up to date. And then the week after, a 30-player Division 1 playing for over 1,000 euros in the prize pool. So this is only the start of all of this. I have no idea how we found this many players. But yeah, we've definitely got a competition on our hands for the next couple of weeks.
Huge overall prize pool of 1,800 euros across all three of the divisions. And so, yeah, it's been just an unbelievable turnout, unbelievable amount of support and, activity in this community over the last couple of months. So, yeah, this could go anywhere. Both players showing really good potential in Bunnytrack. And so yeah, one thing I'm noticing, Super, by the way, is I'm loving how you're lulling some of the viewers into maybe a false sense of security at the moment because you're showing Contaminant, but I believe the first map will be basic. What different map could we hope for than BT Basic?
Absolutely. I was just trying to get the hopes of the audience up. Indeed, it is going to be basic. Yeah, we were. I've seen the basic screen far too much today, and I needed a change. And actually, Contaminant was the one that was the easiest to reach. Anything but basic, but no. Chat's throwing out some Keck Ws right now, some lols, when they realize that basic is the map that's going to be played first. I will run through all of the other maps. This is going to be a best of 7 here. First map is basic, picked by Merami Frog. All right, Nen, I think my body is ready to get into this Division 3 grand final. Merami Frog against JonaZ. If you haven't told your friends and family, what the fuck are you doing? Let's get into it. Countdown is on. Both players have readied up. We have Merami Frog on the left-hand side. JonaZ on the right-hand side. Let's see how they get along on BT Basic.
Both these players really neck and neck at the moment.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I mean, I think speed-wise, both these players are very, very similar. Basically on par with each other. And we do know, if you have been joining us for the past 9 hours, there is indeed a lift jump in this map that has been proving to be quite some trouble from players, but I'm actually not expecting too many issues from these players, as both of them hitting the button here at the same time, more or less. Merami Frog with a slight lead here, about 0.3 of a second, not much, a minute into the map. So yeah, both these players both performing at a really, really high level here, and I think we definitely have the best two players of Division 3 left in the tournament here today.
Got absolutely neck and neck, and ooh, a little bit of a... Yeah, oh, both players making it, wow. Yeah, Merami Frog using the shooting technique that we saw in the semi-final as well. And God, look at this. It's so close.
I mean, yeah, we haven't really seen anyone that can challenge Merami up until this point, and kind of the same with JonaZ after the group stages. So both of these players facing off against each other now. It's going to be a true test with Merami hitting the bouncer just before JonaZ, and this tough jump, but both players make it, both players picking up the flag at the same time. Merami is going to be capping second. JonaZ taking a faster route there to the flag.
Yeah, and interesting that Merami Frog has picked up a bit of time now on JonaZ. JonaZ was the first to cap, and I thought he was in the lead until somehow, somewhere, Merami Frog has overtaken.
Yeah, I mean, BT is a game of, taking the shortest path, right, wherever you can. And I think Merami's made the adjustment after seeing the first cap, seeing that he was basically on par. I think he was probably expecting to cap first easily there, and then seeing JonaZ picking up the flag at the same time probably spooked him a little bit. So I expect Merami to go a little bit quicker now into the next couple of runs. Oh! Merami Frog! Cratering on the lift jump, JonaZ making it no problem. That is absolutely huge there by Merami Frog. He gets such a good lift jump there. 9 HP after dipping into the slime, and then because of that, he cratered, making that landing.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking like we've never seen anyone crater that way before, but if he only had 9 HP, that explains it. I'm wondering how he had so little health.
You can kind of do a bit of a shortcut by like when you jump down and skipping. Like, there's a little mini fall coming up, and that's the point where Merami did the faster way to gain some time back on JonaZ, and as a result took some HP and ultimately caused him a death.
Risk versus reward right there for you.
Exactly. And JonaZ, I mean, a commanding lead here as Merami is approaching the lift jump, which killed him earlier, this time with 100 HP, so should be no problem. And does make it no problem at all. We have seen him choke, and I won't believe it until he makes this lift jump coming up now.
Well, I won't believe it until he jumps around the flag and caps.
That's also true. That's a very good point you're making there, Nin. Merami taking his second cap, but JonaZ approaching the lift jump. Let's see how he does it. And he does make it. No problem at all. Really, only one place to die. He's shaking his mouse a little bit. Not sure if you caught that, Nin.
Yeah, I saw it.
I think he's happy with himself for making that. It has been one of the things that plagued him throughout this match, or throughout the playoffs at least. And really, only one obstacle to go, the jump around to the flag. I wonder how safe he's going to take it here.
Yeah, I'm nervous for the guy, but you know, he can do it.
He's lining it up, and he makes it. JonaZ picking up the flag, and he's going to be taking basic off Merami Frog, taking a 1-0 lead into this best of 7.
What a high skill game we're seeing. You know, I thought, you know, Vegito and No Action set the standard, but these guys really, really set the standard. Look at their times: 147.79 versus 147.17.
JonaZ taking the first map off Merami Frog. I wonder how the Frog Pog is feeling after that. JonaZ with a 1-0 lead, but let's see if Merami Frog can claw it back here.
Here we go.
And yeah, I think at the start of this match, we're going to see both players pretty much a neck and neck with each other. I don't think any of the first parts of this map should really phase either of these players, at least until we get to the first movers, the blades, the double blades in the room coming up.
Yeah, and you know, so this is the first map pick from JonaZ, obviously beating Merami Frog on his first map pick of Basic, and so you know, he should be coming into this feeling quite confident, and yeah, Mesablanca, lovely map. Coming up to the first part where we've seen a couple of people die here, both going to take this faster route.
Yep, but JonaZ with actually a quicker route than Merami there. Merami's a little bit safer than JonaZ's. Oh, but JonaZ taking a death there on his own map. You hate to see that. JonaZ making a mistake on the jump shot sequence over the lava. I think we saw him take a death there earlier this evening, and looks like a repeat of that.
Yeah, he missed the... Oh, and he's dying again at the drop and shoot. Goodness me, this gives Merami Frog such a big lead. Yep.
Nin, didn't you tell me this guy was an Instagib player in one of the best Instagib clans on UT? I mean, you'd be expecting to see him, a player of his caliber, hitting that shot 100% of the time, no?
Yeah, well, you know, it all comes down to the Portuguese nerves, like you said.
And there we go. Merami has learnt the shortcut, isn't going to get crushed here, and picking up a nice cap there. And one fun fact about this match is that Merami Frog and JonaZ have matched off before in this cup, and it did end up as a tie. So both these players' history with each other, but, you know, the stakes weren't as high as they are now. We can see Merami taking it uber safe. He knows that he's in front, and I really like the adaptation of being slow. JonaZ, on the other hand, you would expect better from the Div 3 Grand Finals than that. Another blade death. I hope Corny's watching at home because he would be proud. Don't want to jump too early to get sliced, so, you know, trying to leave it to the last second. Oh, Merami! Oof. Oh my god, Merami Frog almost getting crushed there. That was So close. That would have been one of the most unique deaths we have ever seen. I'm going to take a look at that on the instant replay. Just jumping in and just almost getting crushed there. That was insane.
Yeah, my thoughts go out to Pete whenever I see people in that beam, sliding
Absolutely.
beam room.
Yeah.
We've seen a couple of people bump their head there now in this tournament so far.
And here we go, JonaZ getting his first cap in, a 132, very nice time there, but unfortunately all of his mistakes have added up here, and Merami's, 2 caps down, and 40 seconds into the map. It's really looking like a pretty easy win here for Merami.
Yeah, certainly, and Merami Frog
making it through the last part, yeah, and it's going to be JonaZ's fate sealed here. Merami Frog is going to get one back on JonaZ's map. And he grabs the flag. Beautiful stuff there. Merami Frog taking this one, and we are tied up in the grand final 1-1.
I think Merami Frog could take this map. It's his own map pick, and he'll be ready for it.
Yeah, he must be pretty confident about it if he's picking this against JonaZ, who has played this quite a few times in the cup so far. Yeah, looking forward to seeing how they both do. It's one of those maps that are a little bit more punishing when you're trying to rush it compared to Mesablanca, for example. So curious to see how both these players get along. But we are 1-1 heading into map 3 of the grand finals for Division 3 of the BT Cup 2021. Take us away, Nin.
Yeah, let's do this. So both starting the map out pretty much at the same speed, quite strong, although first fail dodge there from both players actually, so still maintaining the same speed with each other so far. Yeah, both players opting to do the dodge on the slope rather than the more common jump onto the platform, and it is...
Oh, JonaZ taking an early death there, 50 seconds into the map. Not so early, actually. I mean, that's a pretty costly mistake from JonaZ there. I can see Merami already slowing down, already knowing that he has got this in the bag if he can just cap 3 times. Yeah, JonaZ just jumping a little bit too late there, and not making the height that he needs. I guess he was used to the subtle fallout. Lift jump, that one is, yeah, a little bit later than this one, and unfortunately for JonaZ, yeah, taking a death around 50 seconds into the map, and Merami's got a huge advantage on his own map here. Yeah, it's a bit sad to see an early death there from JonaZ. What happened there? JonaZ not getting the height he needed off the bounce. You need to be confident going to every obstacle. If you're not confident, if you don't know what you're doing next, then you're just going to get confused. And we've seen that a couple of times in the cup so far, where players just, a little bit hesitant, and as a result, causing them to die in a way they've probably never even died before. But here we go, JonaZ doing the difficult top part of this map, but no problems at all. But, this is only his first cap, so... Ooh. Very unorthodox side dodge off the top there. Happy to see him make it. I mean, you don't want to be losing a map 3-0 here against Merami Frog. That's going to give him too much confidence going into the 4th map. The reason why JonaZ was so good on the first map is because he managed to cap so quickly on his first time, and he put that pressure on Merami Frog that he has to go faster. But, as soon as Merami sees JonaZ taking a death here, he instantly slows down and just takes it safe, as he should. As we see JonaZ taking another death there, but it won't matter too much as Merami Frog is going to cap this one out. I'm expecting some big things from JonaZ here.
Yeah, no, me too. I think Merami seems to be, he's just contaminant, basic, and sort of fallout at the moment. That's all I'm really seeing from this guy right now. A little bit of Lava Factory maybe as well. But yeah, like so many other maps that other players are not taking to him, and this could be a really fantastic map pick. So...
Yeah, absolutely. He also picked Capitulum, which is another map that we haven't seen. So I think JonaZ's strategy here is just to try, catch Merami off guard here, and try pull in some maps that, that he might not be so experienced in.
So let's get them kicked off.
I think so. I'm ready. This is map 4 of the grand finals for Division 3 BT Cup 2021. Glad to have you all here, all 90 of you. This is the biggest community we've ever seen in Bunnytrack, for sure. And we're getting underway here.
So yeah, both players are getting past the drop, no problem. Navigating through the palm trees and already seeing a slight difference. Oh dear.
Yeah, JonaZ went for the shortcut there. Merami Frog, I believe, took it the safe route. And that shortcut, this is what I'm talking about with JonaZ. He just needs to get consistent caps in. And, he went for the shortcut here. Merami's just taking the safe route. And the funny thing is, by the time... Oh, what happened to Merami?
Merami missed a fairly standard dodge actually, just coming up to the shot before going through the teleport. Just pretty standard dodge there. Just didn't make it. Wasn't long enough.
Yeah, just check the replay there, and yeah, didn't get far enough, and JonaZ is taking the lead now. He's got 20 HP, and one thing worth noting is that HP really isn't necessary, but I believe in the room that JonaZ is coming up to now, you can actually crater if you fall from too far up in this room. I could be wrong, though.
Well, we'll soon see. I mean, Merami really isn't too far behind either. And that room that JonaZ just passed, that jumps room, that can cost players a lot of time if you fail there. Some more blades for them as well.
Absolutely. We love to see blades. And this is an actually interesting tale here, because we've got JonaZ taking his first cap here, Merami Frog behind, and it's a rare situation. I hope that the Portuguese pressure doesn't play too hard onto JonaZ now. He's got the lead. Let's just see him maintain it. He just needs to play safe here, not go for shortcuts like this, although he does make it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, that shortcut is something I always go for on this map. Like, I think even in Cup pressure, it's just something that becomes routine over time. But yeah, it does, upon watching JonaZ try to do it, it does seem unnecessarily risky. No.
So, you know, the question at the end of the day is it really worth it?
Oh,
Merami taking another death there, and not looking good for Merami on Timeless. I think this pick from JonaZ really did catch Merami off guard here.
Yeah, it makes it. But it just goes to show, you know, we have seen a lot of the same maps in the playoffs so far, and you know, there's a whole map pool of 17 to choose from here, and you know, the best players can't be 100% familiar with 17 maps. So yeah, really solid pick. But you know, he's putting the pressure on. He's going to cap this out 2-2. JonaZ has got to navigate these blades, and oh, hello, showing the nerves here, right? So he knows that it's all in his hands. All he's got to do is climb these platforms and get over the blades. He's looked really comfortable on the blades, to be honest. Hasn't been sketchy at all, but
the Portuguese pressure. Will it come out at this moment? JonaZ, no problem at all. JonaZ going to be tying us up here in the grand finals. It's going to be 2-2, and that's an impressive performance by the Portuguese. And get on board with Merami Frog and JonaZ.
Yeah, so both opting to do the long dodge there, and very slightly from Merami Frog, he does choose to do the to lose health there, as we saw Tommy do, and that definitely the preferred route there for Merami.
Merami coming up to the room where he's struggled on quite a bit in this playoff series. You know, missing that dodge sometimes, getting super close to the platform, but making it through no problem. JonaZ also making it through, just a few seconds behind, but yeah, Merami seeming pretty confident on his map pick here to the BT world, and see what it's truly made of here, Nin.
Yeah, loving that little optimization from JonaZ there. We've seen him do that a couple of times. He dodges and uses the slope to...
Oh! JonaZ getting stuck on the slope there, getting crushed by the spiky thing. Let's have a look at that on the instant replay one more time. Yeah, just these small mistakes coming out from JonaZ, just not looking confident enough. He just misses the dodge there. You can't put a player like Merami into this such a comfortable position where you're dying, you know, a minute and 30 seconds into the map. You know, for Merami, this is like heaven. He just has to casually cap the map like he would on a public server on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, another death from JonaZ, though, I think.
Yep, JonaZ taking another death there. I didn't see what happened. Let's have a look on the instant replay. Hits the button, and I think he's going to get crushed here. I think he got crushed by the gate going to the steam room.
Yeah, so he got, what, crushed into the wall, was it? Into the side?
Yeah, got crushed into the side. Yeah. But Merami taking a death there as well. At the electricity, one of the parts that he has been struggling on all playoff series.
Like you said, you don't want to give him too much time and space. I mean, the thing is about this guy is, you know, we say you don't want to put him in that position where he knows he's got such a lead. But the thing is, he's just so fast as well. Like, you feel he just puts that pressure on you all the time, this guy, because you know that even if you do play it slow and safe, you're likely going to be like 20 seconds behind this guy after the first cap, and he does just put that relentless pressure on you, and it makes JonaZ do mistakes.
30 times essentially, or 20 times with the amount of time that you lose. So at the end of the day, yes, players feel a lot more pressure from playing against Russia, but you need to realize that, you know, they're human as well. They're going to be making mistakes. and you got to do the best that you can with, the speed that you are comfortable with playing at. And I feel like in this match, the problem is that JonaZ is, I think, pushing himself a little bit too much, trying to keep up with Merami Frog.
Yeah, certainly, indeed. And yeah, Merami Frog coming up. I mean, JonaZ will cap this out 2-2, and it's all down to Merami Frog. And Super, this is our last opportunity of Division 3 in this cup to see the lift jump fail.
I know. I'm hoping for it. If he fails, I think we're going to make it a homepage of Reddit. Let's take a look here. As JonaZ caps, Merami Frog, third shot, lift jumps, goes extra wide to the right to avoid the head bump. I love that adaptation, especially after the last game when he picked this and did get that head bump and almost crated. I mean, that's just masterful stuff. That's why he's in the grand finals, making those type of adjustments on the fly. Yeah, you love to see that.
Yeah, and impressed, proud of all these players. We've seen so many players die there in previous cups, and not one player falling to that lift jump. It's really quite impressive. Not expecting it. Was not expecting it at all, and it's going to be 3-2 to Merami Frog.
3-2 in the best of 7. Merami Frog is on match point to take this whole tournament. The matches they had at the start where they were fresh, where they were feeling good. I mean, obviously they were important, but now this is where we're playing for the big money, 215 or 213 euros for the winner, 80 euros for the second place finisher. A lot of money to play for in Bunnytrack, and I wonder how those are going to affect the nerves of Merami Frog, who's sitting on match point here against JonaZ. Could take it all here. I mean, 200 euros as a 14-year-old. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. 213 euros, match point, Merami Frog, but it is on JonaZ's last map pick. And if JonaZ does win this, it's going to go to a mountain-based decider. Can't wait.
And the great thing about the decider, I just want to talk about in case we don't get there, is that all the movers are synced on there. So it could be literally the closest BT match we've ever seen in our life. But let's first get into Capitulum. I'm ready. My body's ready. This is map 6. Of the grand finals, Division 3 BT Cup 2021. Let's get into it, Nin.
Yeah, let's do it. I wonder if we're going to see any door jump arounds at the beginning here.
I don't think so. I'd be very surprised to see if any of those players do go for it. And I think this is where we see the experience from the players making it to the grand final. I mean, we saw Lockpick continuously going for that jump around. And, when it works nicely. You save a couple of seconds. But when you fail, I think one fail is all you need to do to basically lose the time there.
Lockpick's never going to live that moment down, is he? But yeah, it's a really difficult shortcut as well. Actually, it's a very specific jump around. I mean, it's harder than some of the jump arounds that you get on Div 1 maps. Going for that shortcut.
And one thing I'd like to point out here, since both players haven't died yet and they don't know of each other's location, is Merami's playing super, super quick here. And I think this is what JonaZ needs to do is, stay alive and not give that information to Merami, because Merami is definitely, rushing his brains out at the moment. And, both players very close, and I think Merami's going to start feeling the pressure when he sees that JonaZ is only, 2-3 seconds behind.
Yeah, indeed, this is exactly how JonaZ needs to be playing all of his matches. Look, grabs the flag just as Merami Frog caps it. That's putting pressure on right there. He's fallen.
Exactly, and he's going for the shortcut. JonaZ taking the shortcut, gaining extra time. He has no idea that Merami Frog failed there, and he went for the risk, and it's paying off here. This is huge from JonaZ.
What a play. What a play. Wow.
Talk about pulling it out clutch when you need it. I mean, he didn't really need it, but, going for that shortcut, mad respect. He knows he's behind Merami Frog, and he has to pull something, but he falls back down to the spawn. What happened there to JonaZ?
Yeah, he decided to line up the dodge rather than just kind of running and doing it fluidly, which I don't think I've seen him have to line that up before. He just, he's feeling the nerves a bit now after that clutch play, but yeah, he's lost a good 20 seconds there.
And he's done it again. JonaZ with the same mistake twice here in the grand finals. I mean, this is what we're talking about. JonaZ, if he lined up that dodge, he would have been fine, but that unpredictability, not knowing where your opponent is, he's probably wondering why Merami hasn't capped. He's got a minute on his timer at the moment. Now he's finally going to pick up the flag and get that cap, but, JonaZ had a commanding lead, didn't line up his dodge, and now he's paying for it.
Yeah, no, indeed, and now, oh, no, it's happened again.
And he's done it again, 3 HP. I mean, it's not looking good. JonaZ is calling GG's in the chat already. Yeah, I mean, what can I say? JonaZ, just that Portuguese pressure of being in this moment, needing to win this map. You can see he's crumbling under pressure, unfortunately for all the Portuguese watching out there. I mean, yeah, he just couldn't handle it.
That's a shame. That's really a shame to see. He was looking so good in the first minute of this map. He really was. I mean, I was so impressed by that decision to do the jump around and actually making it as well. That was such a good play. And look, Merami making a couple of mistakes now, but the guy's just crumbled. Super.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we talk about. These are the high pressure moments where you need to perform, and like you can be a fast player, you can be a rusher, but coming to a cup, playing for this much money, it's a different set of nerves. You can't prepare for this, and I'm very, very surprised from Merami Frog. It's been an absolutely outstanding performance by him, and he totally deserves this win. I mean, he has been destroying people for this whole tournament, and Merami Frog is your Division 3 BT Cup 2021 winner.
Wow, what a competition this guy's had. What a tournament. What a showing. Yeah, he's been ever since we saw him play in his first group matches. He suddenly became the favorite and hasn't disappointed. He's had a few setbacks along the way, but massively deserved victory.
Absolutely. I mean, he was definitely the most consistent player in the group stages. We saw some of that consistency go out the window as we did the playoffs today. But at the end, in the moments that it counted from Merami, he stayed cool. He stayed, calm. And we couldn't say the same about JonaZ, unfortunately, and that's why he lost this grand final. I mean, he had the potential to take this all the way, to take this, but at the end, little mistakes here and there, some clumsy deaths, and that's cost him the match here. And I think that's what we're going to be seeing in future Division 2, Division 1 games is, just not cracking under pressure.
Yeah, and the massive hats off to JonaZ. This guy had he's made it to the final, right, which is already a massive achievement in itself, especially against some of the other competition that we've seen in the Division 3 tournament. This is absolutely the highest standard of Division 3 we've ever seen, without any shadow of a doubt, Super. I think you'd agree with that. And but yeah, he's made it to the final, and he's taken 2 maps off Merami Frog, and he's got natural ability, talent. Like, he's so quick. He just doesn't have quite that same level of consistency as Merami Frog with that speed.
Yeah, I mean, this has been such a high skill tournament for Division 3. We're typically seeing, matches that are not being capped out, full of deaths all over the place. But the players here, I mean, I've been monitoring chat all night, and a lot of players saying Merami Frog should be in Div 1, and maybe they're trolling just a little bit. But, the kind of performances we saw in the grand finals there would be akin to something that we would be expecting to see from a Div 1 player at the very least.
Yeah, like, absolutely. Yeah, Div 3 it was, but wow, what a match, what a competition. Some real hype players, especially in that final map with the jump around door from JonaZ. It really had us on the edge of our seats there, I think, Super. And so yeah, even more to come. Division 2 next week. Let's do it and see you all then.
Awesome. So, big shout out to all the viewers in the chat who have been around for this marathon of a stream. We appreciate you. We wouldn't be doing this if you weren't here. And we hope to see you back in a couple of days for Division 2 action from the Bunnytrack Cup 2021. This is Soupy and Nin signing off. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.